Hello folks, welcome back. This video is actually a bunch of small pieces put together. It started off at the very 1st of April. I collected up a swarm. The swarm was fairly good sizes, 5 pounds or a little bit more. Put them down into a 10 frame deep box with one drawn comb, and the balance of them was just waxed foundations. It seemed a little odd when I was collecting them up. I took a few stings, which is just very unusual for a swarm. Most swarms are not defensive at all or protective. Took a few stings, didn't think much of it, so I moved them over where I needed them. I put a queen excluder down, went ahead and dropped a 10 frame medium with brand new foundations, kind of let them go. I came back 3.5 to 4 weeks later, somewhere in there. I'd have to look at the exact dates. And yeah, they did what swarms do. They built a lot of wax. They had drawn out all of the frames in the super and actually had them over 80% filled. The lower box, they had about 6 frames drawn out. As I'm going through, and you'll see this in the second video clip, I find a queen cell. The laying pattern was beautiful on this queen, but when I first saw a queen cell, I thought, okay, they're going to supersede her. Pretty typical. They supersede the old queen once they set up house, in a new colony. I kept going and I found more queen cells. So at that point, I'm starting to think, okay, something's wrong here. They're wanting to swarm again within 30 days. Before I could finish that inspection, they got really chippy with me. I took quite a few stings again. So at that point, I decided I'm done with these. Find the queen, get rid of her, remove all the queen cells, which I did. I let them go about another 8 days, came back, removed all the emergency queen cells. At this point, they are hopelessly queenless. I went ahead and grafted just a few cells, dropped them down in there. They drew out 2 beautiful cells. I left 1 cell with them, and I took the other cell and put it in a queenless colony here that the young queen did not make it back from her mating flight. So I kind of been following this along, piecing them all together. This is Thursday the 30th of May. The queen would have hatched Tuesday, a couple days ago. So early next week she'll be going out on mating flights. Within a couple weeks I'll be able to tell if we got a good brood pattern going on. And within a short period of time, as that nest turns over, the genetics should change to a little bit calmer hive of bees. So I thought I would just kind of, as I followed along and was doing these little video clips, thought I'd piece them together so you can kind of see part of what I do. It's more than just honey production. It's actually, bits and pieces of a lot of stuff here in the apiary. I hope you enjoy this. Give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions on what I did, how I did, why I did, leave them in the comments below. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time. Hey, we got a huge swarm here, bigger than any 3-pound package. Probably, I'd say every bit of 5 pounds. We're going to see if we can get it down in this, and hopefully, if I find the queen, I'm going to put a clip on her. I do have a queen excluder under the box. She can't get out if I can get her in there. Took a couple stings on that one. There's so many bees, I'd be lucky to find the queen. Now, I always tell people that swarms are great at building wax. And I'd given this box 5 or 6 frames of just a heavily waxed foundation. And they've done a fantastic job. Can't wait to get down into the brood chamber, see what it looks like. It's starting to rain here, so we're going to have to see what we can do. Okay, we just had a little brief shower there. Let's take a look here. This swarm is a little under a month old. And I put them in a deep and a medium. The medium had 6 waxed foundations and then 4 drawn frames. Yeah, there's nothing like a swarm for drawing wax. Let's get on down into the brood chamber, see what's going on down there, make sure everything's okay. I would say it is. They got a pretty good population here. I am going to requeen this box later this year. I've been in it one other time. Didn't really care for their temperament. Let's see how they do today. They have not drawn all the frames out down here in the brood chamber. I think I gave them 3 or 4 drawn frames. The rest of them was waxed foundation. This one was one of the waxed foundations. Look at that pollen frame. Beautiful pollen frame. Back side of this frame they're just getting a good start on. Just want to make sure that they're doing okay in here. We're going to need another super here pretty quick. Okay, they didn't draw this one out properly. Drone brood, I'll cut this drone brood off. See if I can get them to draw it out. This was a waxed frame also. Just want to make sure I don't see the queen anywhere. This side they did a good job on. Make sure I don't see her. Shake this off, scrape that off, and see if I can get them to fix that area. Okay. Just gonna go on, take a quick look here. Looking pretty good. A lot of, see, they didn't finish drawing this one out. Probably didn't have enough wax on it. Might come up here with a block of wax and just kind of scrub it on there. See if I can get them to start drawing that section out. A little spot here they're starting on, so maybe they'll finish it up. Typical fashion here. Swarms tend to have old queens. Well, about a month after the swarm settles in a new colony, they tend to supersede the old queen. Look what we got here. We got 2 queen cells. I'm going to go through, see if I can find her. If I can find her, I'll cut these out. And it's been just shy of 4 weeks since I put these bees in this box when I collected them up. I really don't want them to supersede this one already. I don't want the population to slow down too much. I would prefer to keep it building up and moving forward. Yeah, they've got more queen cells over here. They definitely either want to replace that queen really bad, or they just have very swarmy genetics. And I definitely don't want anything like that. We're just going to take our time, try to see if we can find the old queen. She's still got to be in here. There's a queen excluder under this brood box. She cannot get out of this hive. But with them trying to raise queen cells, it's possible they would kill her too. Beautiful brood frame. Another beautiful brood frame right next to it, with queen cell on it again. I'm finding lots of eggs on this side. And am I overlooking her? Or have I just not gotten to her yet? Starting to sprinkle here again. Beautiful brood frame. From that, she looks like she's well mated. Okay. Well, they didn't like all of them that I put in, but I got two really nice cells. We're going to leave one in here to requeen. I got another one I'm going to put over there. Another hive. Walk this over and put the other one on over in there. These are about 2 days from emerging. Okay, this hive's queenless. She didn't make it back on her mating flight. I've got a cell that's going to be hatching in 2 days and put it in a cell protector. I'm just going to slide it down in between a couple frames here. Very gently. There we go. We're going to button it up and just leave it alone. I'll probably come back in a week just to make sure that it did emerge, and then leave it alone for a few weeks. Let her get out, get mated, come back and start laying. Don't go disturbing it too much in the process.